Now, when you fall in love with somebody, guess what happens? You go back to primal gazing. You ever been around lovers? You know, you're sitting there talking to them, and they're staring at each other, and you're going, hey, I'm here, can you see me? And it's wonderful. See, and a lot of people really are into love addiction because it's this wonderful mood alteration. When you're in your love, you're out of your gourd. You're oceanic. All the boundaries collapse. And you go back to this primal kind of oceanic oneness. You go back to infancy symbiotic bonding. You talk baby talk. So love addiction, a lot of addiction, lost child that you weren't accepted. Sort of the message to you was, get lost, child. That you were never accepted for the very one you were, and you knew it early on. See, children need to know how to matter. Some kids get it very early on that the way to matter around here is get lost. Play in your room, be quiet, don't make any noise, be invisible. In therapy, when we work with lost kids, they're often invisible. I'll say, where's Joe? He's right there in front of me. But somehow they have so got it that the only way I can stay here, the only way I'm wanted is if I get lost. So it's a very, very powerful kind of abuse that happens to people who didn't get their infancy needs met. Now, what do we do? How do we go back and claim this infant if you didn't get those needs met, if you're identifying with some of these indexes of suspicion? One of the ways I do this, some of you saw this in the program on original pain. Maybe you didn't see it, but it was one of the programs in this series where you saw powerful feelings being expressed. Well, I'm going to show you now some other ways to do this work, and we're going to start with a segment which is an age regression. Now, a lot of the contaminations of the wounded inner child are age regressions. When you're overreacting, when you're temper tantruming, when you're pouting, you're in age regressions. So don't let age regression scare you. Although when you see this work on here, you're just going to see a piece of it, and there's some cautions I would make. If a person is in therapy, working with a therapist, I wouldn't encourage you to try this kind of work on your own if you don't have your therapist's permission. If you've been pronounced mentally ill, this would not be a good thing to be doing on your own without some kind of guidance. I would say if this work scares you in any way, just don't touch it. Please don't touch it. The age regression is really something we do quite naturally. Milton Erickson used to say we go in and out of trance all day. Anytime you're in concentration, you're in a trance. That is, you're going into a trance. The importance of age regression is that up to about 6 or 7, we don't remember anything because we were in another state of consciousness. We were magical, we were non-logical, we were egocentric. We lived with felt thought. It was Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. And we were born comrades of bird, beast, and tree, and unself-conscious as the bee. So we have to do exercises to get us back in touch, to access the inner child.